beautiful Leos. I hope we're doing well. All right. This is going to be your weekly from the 27th through the 2nd. We do have a full moon. So of this week, I think it's on the 29th. So in honor of that, we're going to be doing the Moonology manifestation. See what's up. See what we're manifesting, what we're trying to create. All right. What do we have going on for Leos? We have work through your feelings. So last quarter moon in Aries. So maybe we're needing to work through our feelings. Well, we probably are. And seeing the bigger picture. So it's also about stepping away from maybe certain situations and allowing you to kind of see the whole picture, the whole frame, kind of everything all at once. I am going to apologize now because I feel like my camera is going to go in and out of focus. So, and maybe that's part of working through our feelings, is kind of stepping back and seeing everything as a whole, you know. All right, what do we have going on? I just now realized that I'm like super hungry. So maybe you're also hungry right now. All right, what do we have going on for Leos? We definitely have the 9 of Wands, so I feel like you're kind of just picking yourself up and kind of pushing on. 3 of Pentacles coming out. And it's kind of like, you know, maybe you're so focused on this wall in front of you that you need to allow yourself to start working through some stuff. And then we have the 2 of Swords. It's like not really kind of seeing the decision in front of you or the path that you need to take. You know, 3 of Swords coming out in reverse. I feel like this is like that final push through some kind of grief, some kind of heartache, some kind of pain, you know, a lot of mental. And with the King of Wands coming out in reverse, I feel like it's about, you know, maybe you were dealing with somebody that was kind of wish-washy, you know, who pretended to have this drive, have this passion, and not really having it. And this could be you not really having that passion. Yep, there it is. That 9 of Wands. I am super hungry, guys. Oh, I kind of like that, though. It's nice. So I feel like it's time to maybe open up with that Ace of Cups right there. You know, it's maybe some time to take some forward movement, especially when you've been passing up some kind of opportunity. I do see union, possibly celebrations in your future. You know, this could be you just dealing with some kind of Cancer or an air sign, earth sign, fire sign. It's all on the board. But definitely feeling like you need to take some willpower to maybe spend a little less time focused on spilled cups and allow yourself to either 1, work through your emotions, or 2, take an opportunity or take a chance. But with work through your feelings, I feel like it's also an opportunity to really just kind of work through some solid emotions. Especially with this 3 of Pentacles. It's kind of like sitting in solitude when really maybe you need a team to kind of help you. And you're so solely focused on this one wall that you're not seeing everything outside of it. You know? And then we have the 2 of Swords with that indecision, not really knowing where to go. I do like the 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's still a little bit of grief there. But I feel like it's also kind of moving you outside of that heartbreak or grief or whatever that situation is. But it's like you're not really driven to do anything. You know, you might be a little chaotic, a little wishy-washy is the word I'm going to stick with, you know. But it's like, I'm going to charge up this hill. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to make it. And I feel like it's really just you focused on You know, it's like an uphill battle. But I do see success towards the end. You know, whatever that looks like for you with that Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you need to work on maybe that wish-washy and not being so solely focused on the brick wall that you haven't been able to work through. And it's also about making a choice on what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to take flight with all these birds in the background. And I really kind of like that. And I feel like the more you kind of like focus less on this grief, the more that you become a little bit more steady, more stable, more energetic, and a little bit more confident. And it kind of allows you to keep continuing down that path of success. You know, but a lot of it's just the willpower to kind of work through whatever these emotions are for you. So I definitely like it. Definitely a week to kind of work through your emotions. You know, I feel like with that King of Cups there, if you've been kind of holding on to those emotions, maybe it's time to kind of free them up. And this might have to take some kind of group effort with that Five of Wands showing up. You know, maybe a community or kind of a collaboration. That Four of Wands came flying out. Give me one more for advice. Thank you. A lot of wands, a lot of drive, a lot of passion. This might be like some kind of career move. I feel like if you've been doing some kind of inner work, you know, have patience with yourself. But I feel like you need to start focusing on more creative ideas, more creative actions, and allowing yourself to even get out there when it comes to love or just even taking that step forward. You know, fortune's in your favor with that Wheel of Fortune right there. You know, it's definitely, I feel like, something that you've kind of like started to grow or allow yourself to grow, but it's going to take some work and effort. And I really like that. Still going to maintain I am starving. So if you see me shaking, it's because I need to eat. I will do that right after this. All right, on to your advice. And I absolutely love this, the Queen of Wands. I think this is about embracing your own confidence and your wisdom. And you might be doing this quietly, but it's kind of like allowing yourself to light your own fire, you know, and that's for cause, for celebration. With that Four of Wands, you may not see it, but I feel like it's more opening the doors. It's kind of going down some kind of rabbit hole. And I feel like with this Six of Wands, it allows for that victory and for you to hold your head up high. So definitely a good week for you working through your feelings, allowing yourself to kind of see the broader spectrum or the bigger picture of things. And kind of see how that changes how you feel about yourself. So I definitely like that for you guys. Beautiful week for Leos. All right, we're going to get to our little love portion. I don't know if you guys like these or not. So if you do like them and you want me to continue them, leave me a comment. So what do we have going on for my beautiful Leos? And this could be career. It's a little bit of both. What do we have going on for my beautiful Leos? All right. What do we have for the beautiful Leos? All that came out, and I'm not going to take that off. You're probably going to hear my little dude in the background. That did turn around. So, deception. False illusions. No, we're not taking all of it. I'll take that. One more shuffle. See what ends up on the bottom. So, You may be dealing with somebody that is utterly deceptive, or this could be you being deceptive to yourself. We did see the Page of Cups earlier, which tells me that's always kind of like my being brave enough to apologize type of card. So it might be somebody that's coming in for some kind of forgiveness. But I think the universe is telling you to take a leap of faith on whatever you feel comfortable with. And it's really about, stepping into the unknown. And this could be you being deceptive with yourself and putting yourself back in bad habits, and you apologizing to yourself and allowing yourself to move forward with this leap of faith. All right. See what's going on with this situation. See the Ace of Pentacles. So definitely maybe something, a new start, allowing yourself to walk away from certain mindsets that you don't really need anymore. That Five of Pentacles. What else do we have going on? All right. What do we have going on? Ooh. King of Swords. I love that. With the Two of Wands. What else we got going on? King of Wands is still in the reverse, guys. Come on. You can do so much better. I don't know what that is. The Page of Cups. See apology. Give me two more, please. I love that. One more, please. I don't need half the deck. I just want one. Tower showing up, though. I feel like it might be some kind of shakeup of energy, especially when it's mentally conflicting. And the truth is, where does your passion lie? And that's where you're going to find your strength. With that lion showing up there. And that is your card, so I feel like it is your strength. All right, they fell. We'll take them. I feel like you need to take decisive action when it comes to apologies coming your way, or even you opening up when it comes to love. And these are all about your decisions that you make. But whatever direction you decide to go in, I think you're going to find happiness there. But it really boils down to the wish-washiness of a situation. Like, are you allowing yourself to be wishy-washy or not follow your own passion? Are you holding your own self back, or is that somebody holding you back? And I feel like that's kind of one of those thought processes that you need to kind of work through, especially, if you've been working on something for so long and you feel like everything's just kind of coming to some kind of ending or conclusion. But I think fate is telling you need to get out of your head. You're the only one trapping yourself there. So when it comes to the things or the desires that you want with certain situations, maybe you're wanting to go out and date, you need to really just kind of step out of your comfort zone and take that leap of faith. And the universe is telling you, like, fortune is with you. You just have to allow yourself to believe it instead of being like, no, I can't do this. Well, you can, So I definitely really like this. I feel like this is more about loving yourself than anything. If you do want to apply this to any other relationship, I feel like if you've been dealing with some kind of deception, you might have an apology coming in your way, but it's up to you whether or not you're willing to take the risk from it. It might be somebody who's very stern with their words and simply just kind of childish and playful, maybe not knowing which direction they want to go, I think there might be some happiness there, but do you really want to deal with somebody who has no drive? You know? And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords, it's kind of like repeating being stuck in your head about a situation. You know, or this could be you loving yourself and making some kind of decision to no longer deal with deception and apologize and forgive yourself for whatever that is and take that step into the unknown. And the Chariot shows up once again. So this might be you dealing with a Cancer, or might just universe telling you to take some willpower and some action, especially when it comes to healing. And I feel like your own faith. But it's definitely like taking some kind of shot towards something. All right. That's what I have for my beautiful Leos. I wish you all the best. All right. I'll see you later. Oh, I will be doing your monthlies this week, so please look for those. All right. Bye, guys.